guys. Sure. Because this is such a huge loss for our community, and it's just happening too often, and this needs to stop. I just wanted to be around. I am an educator in Madison, and I wanted to be around Madisonians and the people that make this community so wonderful, and to feel this sense of loss with each other.
That's like a very, very high stress situation. Most of us were crying. We went to the corner. We just hunkered down there. Our teacher, she was talking to us very quietly, of course, like whispering. It felt like we were there like forever.
Circumstances because of donors who contribute to United Way annually. So far, we have
everything was overwhelming, and even quiet things seemed very, very loud.
Why should my heart feel lonely?
In the hallway, I didn't look in the direction because the stairs were to the opposite direction. But there was blood on the floor and down the stairs, which makes sense. I mean, they had to get the injured people out of there, and they were bleeding. And we pretty much just ran over to the church, and we were like, we had a roll call to make sure that everyone was there and safe.
Thank you. And we also have a message from our Congressman Mark Buchanan and Nancy Brown.
Honestly, it's still kind of hard to think and feel feelings because of just how incredibly like emotionally and mentally taxing that experience was.
About the caring response that took place in an unthinkable tragedy by the school staff and school adults and children themselves there.
That you never really realize how much something like this will affect you until it happens.
It hurts my heart every time I hear something like this. Live 3 miles down the road. I have 2 daughters. Just think of, I just wanted to pay my respects, all the families that have been hurt, and I didn't know what else to do, so I wanted to at least show my respect and hope there's some way we can put a stop to this. I don't know what the answer is, but I just felt like that's where it took me today, and I wanted to just stop in and pay my respects and pray for all the families. A 7-year-old shouldn't have to worry about that. A 5-year-old, a 15-year-old, no kid, no student should have to worry about going to school and not being safe. it makes me as a parent just want to sit outside of their school all day and watch to make sure they're going to be safe. We're out of ideas. I mean, end of the day, we have to come together as a nation to figure out a way to stop this.
My brother, a couple of his friends were hurt, and then a lot of kids just dealing with the mental stuff of having to go through all of that. Like, these kids in here are probably the sweetest people you ever meet. The families in here are the sweetest people you ever meet. I have never met anybody more kind than the people I have met at this school. It affects everybody. I mean, when you go through a trauma like this, it's horrible. Even if you weren't directly impacted, it still causes a lot of harm to you mentally, just knowing what other people are going through. It's a pretty horrible thing. It's sad, like, how often these are happening and how mental health is declining, and it doesn't seem like there's anything anybody can do to stop it. It's horrible.
I'd like to provide an important clarification. Yesterday, after looking at the computer-aided dispatch system, it seems as if a call came from a second grader. It actually read, the call came from a second grade teacher. That was a mistake. That's my responsibility, and I apologize, and I clarify that today. It did not come from a second grader. It read second grade teacher. Identifying a motive is our top priority, but at this time, it appears that the motive was a combination of factors. Again, we cannot share that information at this time because we do not want to jeopardize the investigation and those who are currently cooperating with us. All patient status remain unchanged. On the question of bullying, we're talking to students to understand whether bullying was one of those multiple factors that I mentioned earlier. Some have asked if people were specifically targeted. Everyone was targeted in this incident, and everyone was put in equal danger. We know a document has been widely shared on social media. At this time, we cannot verify its authenticity. We have detectives working today to determine where this document originated and who actually shared it online. At this time, we cannot verify the document. We ask that you not share the document or spread any information that may be false. Our department will provide an update on this document when we can. We're looking into her online activity. We're asking anyone who knew her or who may have insights into her feelings leading up to yesterday to please contact the Madison area Crime Stoppers. To the Abundant Life Christian Academy, this is a hurting and haunting situation. and the many survivors will need our continued support, and we pledge to give them that in the days, months, and even years ahead.
And we will share information when we can. It's very important that that information be as factual as possible. All right, I'm going to say this and then we're done. It is absolutely none of y'all's business who was harmed in this incident. Please have some human decency and respect for the people who lost loved ones or were injured themselves or whose children were injured. Just have some human decency, folks. Leave them alone. Let them grieve. Let them recover. Let them heal. Don't feed off their pain. We'll share what we can when we can, and not before that. Thank you.